I'm not a poker pro. I am far from that. But I'm going to see how much money I can make as a recreational player against other recreational players. So for context, I learned how to play last August. My housemate taught me. So this is a little home game with all of my housemates' friends. So I've actually already edited this, but I'm going to add on some stuff because now I've rewatched all the footage with my housemate and there's some things I should add. First of all, there are lots of points where I do not raise big enough. I know. Looking back now, I know. And I will try not to do it again. So a little bit about me. I've played a couple of home games. I've been to the casino a couple of times. But recently I've been playing these tournaments at Redtooth and I thought, why not just vlog this? I do content, I could do some vlogs. This was like a trial test. This is honestly just for me to kind of review my hands and watch back as well. I definitely like to play more. I don't have the bankroll to be playing 1-2 at casino. I really like Leah Hates Poker. This is like really inspired by her. I feel like her level is probably here and then I'm like there. This is a bit of studying for me, I guess, and you will see a lot of mistakes. I get very married to my hands. Actually, I don't think I made that many mistakes. Actually, no, I made lots of mistakes, but I know my mistakes are getting married to my hand. My open raises are usually quite good. Usually. What else I do? Sometimes I completely miss a straight. I will not see the straight. I don't think ahead of what I'm doing. I don't think about if I'm going to bet, is he going to raise? If I bet, is he going to fold? I don't think I tilt that much. I think I'm quite patient. There's just lots of mistakes. I just make a lot of mistakes. So this will hopefully improve my poker game. I'm not studying GTO ranges. I think to become pro, I need to put in a lot of time in for that to study. And I don't really have an excuse, to be honest. We'll see. Also, the editing for this, oh my goodness. Like, I'd film it, right, on my camera. And then I'm like trying to work out positions, bend sizes after I've filmed. I'm trying to watch the footage and see what everyone's done. But I'm like, I've probably done it in the most inefficient way possible. And made it a real pain in the ass to edit for myself. Bear with me if I get pot sizes wrong, if I get bet sizes wrong, if I don't add up properly. It's probably somewhat accurate. This is my first poker vlog. Please. Context for this game. We've had a barbecue, the weather's really nice, and we've had a couple of drinks. I'm a bit tipsy. I am a lightweight. There's a couple of guys who are really loose, there's a couple of guys who are pretty new, and then there's a couple of us who like play. We know about ranges. One of the guys is actually from tournaments we play at. I actually forgot to get my camera out the first hand. I already lost half my stack. So we're playing 25.50p. I originally buy in for £20 and then the first hand I lose, getting married to my hand because I've got 2 pair and he hits a straight. This was against a very loose player so I thought I had it. But I lose £10 already. So we're just going to review my hands. So third hand in, something like that. I get ace king off, I'm in middle position. Everyone limps. At this point I've already lost £10. I've got like £8 or something in my stack, right? But I limp. I am quite lumpy. You know what, I said my opening ranges are quite good. I'm hoping cut off here is gonna raise. He often quite likes doing that. So I'm surprised because he actually calls. Flop comes king of hearts, jack of diamonds, 5 of spades. I've hit top pair, top kicker. Look at me talking poker talk. And then it checks to me, so I just bet £1. What is that compared to the pot size? The pot size is probably, see, this is where I've made it incredibly difficult for myself. I don't know if I'm going to add the pot size. I think it's like 350. I'm sure it's 350. Bear with. These numbers are rough. Low jack, big blind, under gun +1 call. So that makes the pot 850. Right. Turn comes queen of diamonds. Can a 2 pair get there? I'm not sure what's going on. It checks to me again. I've got top pair, top kicker. I'm just trying to get some value here. I don't think anyone's got anything because it checks to me. And then I jam and everybody folds. And that is, I think, £8.50. That's one hand. Cool. I've got some money back. I'm just down a little bit at this point. I'm not going to add my stack size. I have no idea what my stack size is. It's now roughly just under £20. So, jack 10 off. I am on the button. Under the gun, low jack, high jack, cut off button, big bind, all limp. We all limp. Flop comes 3 of hearts, 8 of hearts, and 7 of hearts. I haven't hit. So it checks to me, everyone checks pretty quickly and I'm like, I'm gonna bet then. Everybody looks weak, so I'm gonna bet £2. Only the low jack calls. Low jack is pretty loose. Turn comes the jack of spades, so I'm like, okay, now I've got top pair. That's good. I'm not scared of the flush. I don't think he would have checked on the flush. So when the jack of spades comes, I'm like, I think I'm in the lead. And then he checks to me, so I bet £3 and he calls, and I'm not worried here because he calls quite a lot. He's the one who I lost most of my stack to in the first hand, but here I think I'm so good here. So river comes and it's queen of clubs. He checks. I actually get scared. I get scared a lot. I literally go from saying I'm not worried here to saying I get scared. I overthink a lot. That's not good. I'm like, what's he calling with? He's calling with something, right? I don't think he's trapping me. I should have bet he would have called probably. But he shows king 8 off for the pair of 8s. So he had something. I don't think he was folding too much. But yeah, I could have bet a wee bit more, I think. Next hand is king 5 suited. I am in the small blind. Under the gun +1, hijack, cut off button, big blind, me. The guy on my left, he never usually raises, so I'm not really scared of that. We're playing 7 deuce also, so if someone wins with 7 deuce, we all pay like £1 or something like that. Flop comes queen of hearts, 6 of hearts and jack of spades. I have a flush draw. I check. I want to see what's happening, right? So I check. Big blind bets £2. Everyone else folds. I call. I think it's worth a call. Oh wait, turn comes the ace of hearts. Ooh. I had nut flush. Yay, I'm happy. I check. I quite like to look weak. I often have people bully me in the casino and bet into me, so I try to use that as an advantage. I also don't want to bet here because of the ace. I don't want to scare him off. He bet probably with something on the flop. He checks back. Then the river comes. River is a 9 of clubs. I think I'm going to look pretty weak here. I think he looks weak. So I bet £5, which I think is just above half pot. And he calls. He calls with queen 4 off. I take that pot, £17.50, I think. Okay, next hand I have kings. I am in a hijack. Under the gun +1, low jack, all call. I'm going to raise it to £1. I know it's a min raise, I know. I'm like hoping someone raises, but when I raise, I look pretty strong, so I don't really want to raise too much. But I know I should like mix that up. Anyway, my housemate gave me into trouble for this part. I mean, I see my point of view, but I also see probably everyone else's point of view. Yeah, I know in the long term this is not good. Cut-off raises to £4, kind of sus. Then under the gun +1, calls. Here, I'm just gonna jam. Cut off folds, he shows 7 deuce. But under the gun one happens to be the really loose player, again. And he calls me. He shows queen 9 off. And I'm thinking, great. I've built up a decent stack. He's also got a decent stack. He keeps buying back in. But then this happens.
Okay, if there's a 7 or a deuce, they chop.
A 70. Yeah, sure. I had the 70s.
Oh. And it is a straight. And we chop. Nothing I could do there. Okay, next hand I have kings again. I'm under the gun, so what do? I limp. I think someone's gonna raise me. No one raises me. Under the gun 1, low jack, hijack, button, small blind, all limp. Flop comes 7 of hearts, 2 of hearts, 9 of hearts. Not the most ideal. Anyway, it checks to me, so I bet £2. Low jack, button, and small blind call. I think low jack might be chasing. If he hit that flush, he definitely would have raised. Button and small blind are the pretty loose players, so I'm not too concerned. Turn comes a 7 of spades. I bet £4. Button and small blind call again. I bet £6 this time. Kinda increasing my bets. So flop I bet £2, turn I bet 4, river I now bet 6. I know about pot sizes and stuff. I know like there's points where you should bet more, bet half pot, bet over pot. I do not do these things. He calls, I show my hand and he mucks. So it's around like £35 at this point I've got. Could have bet some more I think when I had the button and small blind in. They're pretty loose, they're going to be calling a lot. Yeah. I don't think he actually had anything because he called and he went, do you have a pair? And I was like, yeah, and then he mucked. So I don't think he had anything, which I'm not too surprised about. Maybe he was chasing, I don't know. I think in between I've won some small hands, lost some small hands, nothing major until like 2 hours later. I get kings again. I'm in a low jack, pre-flop under the gun +1, middle position calls. So I raise. I'm in raise to a £1. Hijack, cut off, button, big blind, under the gun +1 calls. Then middle position, the really loose player, raises to £5. It folds to me, so I decide to jam here. I think I've got like around £25 here or something like that. Then Big Blind calls. Big Blind's been playing very tight, like barely any hands in these past 3 hours. So I'm like, okay. Big Blind calls, a little bit concerned. Middle position calls, I'm not so concerned. Big Blind has £18. By this point I have £11.50 left. I think I have £29.50. Big Blind has £18 and then middle position covers me. So flop comes 7 of hearts, 9 of hearts, 2 of hearts. Turn the 3 of spades, river the jack of spades. I show my cards. Big Blind has ace king and then middle position has like jack 5. That was a lovely pot. So this hand, I was quite proud of. I have queen 10 off in the small blind, right? Pre-flop, hijack, cut off calls. They're really loose guys, right? They're sitting beside each other. Then button raises to £1.50. I call. Should I have called here? I don't think so. I don't think hijack and cut off are going to raise. Flop comes 6, 6, 10. I have top pair, decent kicker. I check it and then button bets £2. I'm looking at him, he's looking at me and I'm like, he's probably one of the top 3 players here at this table. So I'm like, I'm gonna call, I think. There's £6 in the pot, he bets £2, so I'm gonna call. I don't think I was thinking through. Looking back, he's probably representing quite a strong hand. He's not really led out on any hand so far, so I'm like, a bit sus. Hijack fold, so it's just between me and the button. Turn comes. I don't know what card it is, I didn't note this down. I think it's a lower card. So I check and he bets £4. I'm still calling with top pair. River comes and it is an ace. And a flush has made it. And I know I said he's probably like in the top 3 amongst us, but he does check out a turn. So I'm going to switch it up and I bet £7. He's thinking. I think even if he didn't check out of turn, I think I still would have bet. Because it looks like I'm chasing a flush. He's already betting without an ace on the board, so an ace might be a threat to him. And he shows kings, and I'm like, well, that's gonna beat me. And then he eventually folds, and I'm like, oh my god, thank god. And that was a nice little win for me. I don't know why I'm calling that much in the first place. I think he is clearly representing some pocket pair. He hasn't played too much, and he's betting on the flop and turn, so yeah. Okay, this next hand I was actually pretty proud of myself for. I like this hand. So I have ace 9 suited in the big blind. Under the gun raises it to £3. It's quite a lot of pounds. So I'm playing heads up against my tournament friend. He is probably one of the better players here. I call in the big blind. It's just us. Anyway, I don't know what it is. It goes check check, but I am on the flush draw. Turn, I hit my flush. I have the nut flush. I check, he bets £5 and I call. This is what I use against people. Also, I don't really want to say what I do because this is my edge. So when he bet £5, I'm being like, this is a really hard decision. What do I do? So when he bets £5, I do eventually call. The river card is something, I don't know what it is, but I still have to nut flush. I check to him because I know he's going to bet into me. I know he is. So I use that to my advantage. He bets £9, I believe. I raise it to 20. And then he snap calls me. I think he mucked his cards. I don't think I saw. But he snap called me and I was like, wah. Maybe I could have raised. I'm surprised, to be honest, I'm surprised he called me because me check raising doesn't happen often. I wouldn't say I'm like a really, I know like all these hands that I've played are like kings, ace king. Sometimes I'll play suited connectors. I'm not a fan of doing it. I know I probably need to do it more, but anyway, I think that's it. I did not bad though. Had a really bad start, but I ended up cashing out. I can't even remember. £150 I cashed out for. So not bad at all. Hopefully I will be playing more tournaments and be posting weekly if I can be bothered posting. So yeah, that was my first poker vlog. But thank you if you've made it this far and watching. I'm sorry if you cringed really hard in some of those plays. Bye!